Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome not only to the Diaz Show, but also to the Laborliss release party. Yeah, let's hear it. Come on, come on. Give me a little bit more than that. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, everybody, for coming down tonight. It's a beautiful night for a couple of reasons. It's the release of two great products. Of course, the main one being Laborliss Magazine Ultra Mega Book Compilation here. I don't know what the official name is here. Yes, there we go. Half-hearted round of applause for that one, apparently. And of course, the big Diaz Show 2.0 relaunch. Yeah, even less of an applause for that one. That's okay. I understand. No worries. But we are joined here today with myself. I am Diaz, not only providing the lovely vocal entertainment tonight, but also the musical entertainment that you're hearing. I, of course, next to me over here, I've got my my good friend, confidant, and just overall great guy. Beautiful blue eyes. I don't know if you guys have seen him. We've got Mr. Cake.
Howdy.
Hi, sir. How are you?
I am excellent.
Excellent, excellent. So good you had to say it twice. I love it. We, of course, have got over on the board here, responsible for every sound that you hear tonight.
And mistake.
Mr. Shampoo Master, how are you, sir?
Oh, buddy, I'm doing excellent.
Are you, sir?
This is an excellent evening, man. We're on a rooftop in the middle of downtown Tempe right now.
We are
It's
almost.
excellent.
We are almost kind of back to our roots. It's a beautiful thing. None of you here know, but the Diaz Show actually made it start right down the road there, right in front of the Comerica Bank there.
Yeah.
Before it was even built.
On the corner, yeah.
We, like a bunch of panhandlers, decided to take a fully equipped radio studio out onto Mill Avenue and thought that everybody in their drunken state would think that we were entertaining.
We had the content walking the streets.
Yes, the content walking the street. No, we really had a bunch of vagrants and drunk people walking the street. And that was content for 5 minutes.
It was.
Yeah, it was. We're also joined. Well, we're not joined anymore because he's walking away at the moment.
Right here.
We got the. Sorry, I had to put you on the spot as you're walking away. We've got the author, and well, I guess I don't know. What would you consider yourself of Laborliss
Creator.
Magazine?
Creator? Is that too much of a word? Too big?
No,
Mastermind.
the creator. God.
Mastermind?
We got God, the God of Laborliss over here.
God is good.
Ooh.
Hallelujah.
Mr.
I get an
Brandon
amen?
Mullan.
It's look at this night in Tempe.
Isn't this ridiculous?
Look at this.
We are sitting up here on a rooftop. It is
In
freaking
November.
gorgeous. In November, yes. Thank
The
God we have
stars
a jacket.
aligned tonight, did they not?
The stars did
Well,
align.
about 3 of them.
What are you trying to signal to me, Shampoo? You know what? This non-auditory stuff isn't
Where's the
working.
music, man?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We got a good crowd here tonight.
We do have a very good crowd here tonight.
We
I
got
like this.
Sheba Hut sandwiches.
Oh,
Sheba Hut
shout out
sandwiches,
to
yes.
Sheba Hut.
But hold on, one more time for the crowd here. Let's give a little something for the crowd here.
Thank you guys for coming out.
Congratulate yourselves, please.
We got 7 people.
Wow,
No,
you're
we
really
got-
enthusiastic about yourselves. You need to raise your self-esteem a little bit. Jesus Christ.
It's not the quantity, it's the quality.
It's the quality. No, we got a good turnout, you know?
We absolutely did.
We
I
have
mean,
a
we're sitting up
great
here on
turnout.
top of a roof. We got Sun Devil Stadium in the background, a giant building under construction, but still equally beautiful at night.
Yes. Yes.
And the lovely A Mountain right off
A
to
Mountain.
my right. ASU, go Sun Devils, right?
we're in Sun
Bear
Devil
down.
territory.
Indeed,
This is-
indeed.
Is that what they say?
We got a light
Bear
rail
down,
track
Down?
over
Is
there.
that right?
I don't know.
Is that not right?
So just to kind of give you guys a little bit of background about the two products that are coming out here today, we've got the Diaz Show, so we'll start off with that one because we want to save the best for last. You know, this is just a little something that I started off about 3 years ago with my buddies here. Nice little podcast that we do.
Do you like that shampoo? How it just says I?
Yes,
Eyes.
yes. Remember how this started, guys. Remember who bought the studio. Thank you. And I'll remember who bought the Captain Morgan tonight.
Yes, you should very well remember
Not who
that.
got me the drink, though. Terrible. It made me get it for myself. Started this up about 3 years ago. You know, just a fun little podcast. And for those of you that don't know what a podcast is, I don't know why you wouldn't. It is a bit of a radio show that you can get free. Yes, free on the iTunes store.
Most of the time.
Yeah, right. If you would be so kind if you guys would maybe go to the DiazShow.com, maybe once you leave here tonight, and just kind of take a gander every now and again. Check to see the fun podcast. We have a good time. We have a good time. Like I said, we've got cake, we've got shampoo right here. These guys, I've known them for a good handful of years. Great guys. We have a lot of fun. We get a little inappropriate sometimes. Maybe a little too inappropriate. We won't get too crazy tonight. We'll try to keep it,
PG.
We'll keep it as
Ish.
Yeah.
PG-ish.
Ooh, making me want to break that right now. Anyways, but the real reason why we're here tonight, we have got Laborliss Magazine.
This is the biggest event since WrestleMania 3.
It really
agree.
is.
Since
It absolutely
WrestleMania 3.
is.
Because I don't care about wrestling.
Yeah, I don't give a shit either. What I do care about is the Diaz Show and Laborliss Magazine.
No, well, first we have
No.
to thank Brandon because he invited us out here.
Oh, absolutely.
Didn't have to do that.
No,
No,
not
thank
at
you
all.
guys. You
gave
guys-
us an opportunity to
On
talk like a bunch of
location-
idiots.
On location, you guys hauled all this stuff up to a rooftop. This is impressive. I really appreciate this.
Well, we are impressive. What can I say? Yeah, no,
We shocked ourselves, to be honest with you.
we really did.
We
The
pulled
fact
it
that this
off.
all came together is really
Yes,
quite
yes.
a shocking revelation
it
to me.
is.
So thank you again for that opportunity. But really, again, we really want to focus on you here tonight. We want to know everything that there is to know
my
about
God.
Laborliss Magazine. I mean, this is something that you poured your heart and soul into for, God, what a good
3 years.
three
plus.
years.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I can relate to you
Yeah,
as a
we all
creator.
can. We all can.
Thank
I can
Thank
relate
you.
to you as
Thank
a creator.
you.
We all can.
Thank you.
Diaz can of the Diaz Show. Now, seriously, all of us, with an entertainment baby,
Yes.
we can relate
Yes.
to you. So, I mean, I'd really love to know, how did this come about for you?
I've always really liked writing, so and I don't even call myself a writer. I just naturally write things down all the time.
Okay.
I think it's more OCD than being a writer.
So you're more of like a scribbler.
Yeah, just have like
Yeah.
things. If you go to my apartment, there's just papers everywhere, and that's where they need to be because that's where they look good.
You're the type that has the notebook next to the bed.
Yes.
So you wake up in the middle of the night after having a dream and you instantly write it down so you can remember.
God, I wish I would do that.
But not just one notebook. I have 20 notebooks, and they each have a different category.
See, that's so nice. I wake up in the middle of the night, and I barely have enough energy to even open my eyes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just have enough energy to say, get the fuck back to sleep, Diaz. Go back to sleep. What are you doing awake?
Why?
I'll even have an idea, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna remember this in the morning. And of course I don't.
Right.
Why would I?
I know
Thank you,
exactly what you
memory.
mean.
What an asshole.
No, but I was reading some of the book because thank you for providing us with a rough copy.
Definitely.
You graduated high school. You were in Iowa. Is that correct?
Right. Small town in Iowa.
Graduated high school, and you basically said, I'm skipping
Mechanicsville,
town.
Iowa. Mechanicsville, Iowa is
Now,
where
how
I'm
big
from.
is that?
1,000 people in it.
1,000 people.
1,000 people. So we got
That's a block here in Tempe.
Oh, you seem to be getting some love. Where was
Grandma
it that
Bunny
you
is cheering on Mechanicsville, Iowa right now.
So basically, you graduated high school, and
Right.
you just said, get me the hell out of here. I need to get my creative juices flowing. You saved up money, and you moved out here.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, that's the short story. I mean, it took me 4 years to get out of Iowa. I moved out here in 2005. But yeah, after high school, I just worked a job. I didn't go to college, and I saved up, and I made a big jump. And that's kind of where it starts, because Laborliss is the culture shock from small town Iowa to greater Phoenix.
Now, was your idea all along to come? How did you choose Tempe? Was it for school? Was it for
No,
ASU?
no.
Or was it
I
you
just
picked a point on the map and said, I'm going there?
Yeah, just picked a point on the map, and a lot of Midwestern people moved to Arizona, and I wanted to move to the biggest city, and so I moved here, and I wanted to get out of the snow and stuff.
We're the
I
biggest city. When did that happen?
Can't blame you.
Well,
the
in
biggest
Arizona.
growing city, I
In
know
Arizona,
that.
yeah.
I mean, it's a great city. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't move anywhere else. But that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so that's when. So I was all excited. I saved up. I was like thinking I was kind of hot shit, and I moved out here.
We all do.
And I was
Yeah.
22, and
That's a
and
big move, man.
It was by myself. I got a studio
I
apartment.
couldn't imagine moving out of state at 22.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not even out of my house at 22.
You haven't moved your house at 26.
Shut up. Shh. I don't even know that. There are plenty of people that haven't judged me on that yet. So let's
Let me bring light.
No, don't do that. Don't. No.
I won't.
Please.
I won't. There are adults
So
here.
you moved out here, 22 years old. You got
Yeah.
yourself a studio apartment.
Yep.
And what? You just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna start up a magazine. Why not?
Well, I needed in Iowa. The year before I left, I'd made a public access TV show.
What?
Really?
No
Yeah.
kidding. What was that called?
It was called
What was I
Whatever.
doing at 22? I'm sorry.
I know. I feel like such a failure.
Right. I've done nothing.
No. It's more of just being desperate and lonely and pathetic.
I need to be more desperate.
I
Jesus.
know. Give yourself your own little
Life,
TV show.
throw me some adversity.
But so when I moved here, my plan was to make another public access TV show, but the resources weren't the same. So eventually, I kind of scrounged for an outlet, and I didn't really find one. So that's when I made a small little newsletter. Actually, let's rewind. Hold on. I just posted stories online. That's all I did was post stories online from this fucked up town called Laborliss, with these crazy characters that I had in my mind. And I posted these stories online, but of course, as we all know, like just because you post something online doesn't mean that people go there and see it.
Yeah,
You know?
we know.
We know.
For 3 years, we've known that.
So this idea, let's clear it up right now. This myth that you can put something on YouTube and you'll go fucking big in a week, that doesn't happen.
Damn it, Shampoo! You
doesn't
just told me that
happen.
that YouTube gets a lot of hits.
That was
I'm
me.
saying,
We're going to be putting up
I'm saying
content on
it's
there.
a lot
It's
more
not.
than just in TV.
does not
is what I'm
happen.
How many
saying.
views do you think we'll get?
I don't know.
10 million.
Just gotta promote ourselves, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So okay, hold on. What was I saying? Oh, then I made a little newsletter, and I posted stories online, and I wanted to make like a flyer advertising those stories. So I was like,
Right.
well, why don't I just make more stories and put them together, and then I'll advertise the site on that. So the actual first issue of Laborliss Magazine was a newsletter that was meant just to advertise the site, and I wrote more crazy stories.
Okay.
And then I made one, and then I made another one, and I stopped because it was just weird and pathetic in my studio apartment. And I didn't have a layout program. I didn't know what InDesign was. I just printed 8.5 by 11 pages off, and I taped them together.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Is that
And
how
I-
you distributed them?
And then I took them to a place like Alpha Graphics, and I
Okay.
printed them off, and then I stapled them together and folded them.
There we go. So it wasn't tape. It was staples.
It was staples. And,
High class over here.
And then I made two, and I stopped. And actually, the guy who's going to come on next, my friend Ryan Gomont, was over in my place, in my small studio apartment, just kind of trying to come up with something to work on. And he saw it, and he's like, "We have to make this again." And that's when we made issue 3, put it out. And then I kind of like wanted to put it out a certain day each month, so I put it out the first Monday of each month.
Okay.
And
How many for your first and second issue?
Yeah.
How many copies did you sit in your apartment and staple together?
I think only 50.
But you went out and you distributed them.
Yeah, I just put them on like benches and around ASU and stuff.
So you littered.
I littered.
Just
I'm surprised I'm not in jail.
You're a litter. Any Phoenix police here? No. Okay.
No tickets
Yeah.
that we can give. Like,
Yeah.
is the statute of limitation over for that? You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I
we'll
think
probably-
Well, it was all in good fun
A minute
anyway.
into it.
Yeah, I had good intentions, but
So now, I mean, that being said, after getting your first 2 out there, what became the process? I mean, how did you put together your team? Like, from there, how did you put your magazine together?
well, I think what's kind of noteworthy is like once I kind of committed to being like, okay, I'm going to make it again. I'm going to put it out on a certain date. I'm going to
Yeah.
advertise that. I'm going to stick to my word. Then the people in my life started to come. Like Ryan wrote, and then Tony came in issue 10 and started to illustrate. And once I kind of made it into kind of like a part-time job, then the people would come into my life and who could help me.
Okay. So you pretty much just they wrote, they drew, and
Yeah,
all that
they
stuff, and you just
wrote.
decided to tell them what to do.
Yeah, and we made deadlines. We had like a production schedule. It was, I was trying to make it more and more professional.
Very legitimate
okay,
sounding.
okay.
Yeah,
Right on,
Very
right on.
legitimate.
Very nice, very nice.
How many of your friends asked for money?
How many? None. I don't think any of them asked for
That's
money
good.
for doing this. Actually, none of them have yet, and we just made our first sale. So we don't want them to know that.
Ooh, did we make our first sale?
First sale.
I mean, I don't want to get into the final product yet. We'll get to that. So, let me see here. Let me get
Whoa,
my
pull out-
cheat sheets
Pull out
here.
that prep sheet of yours. But so now, as far as the process goes, I'm kind of more in depth of Jesus Christ, I'm already falling apart. Can you believe this?
That's what happens.
So it's
I know.
It's been a long.
I don't have my prep sheet.
So I do.
I know.
I'm prepared.
What's your question there, prep sheet, McGillicuddy?
No, you made the first 2 issues,
Yeah.
and you kind of said that, all right, this is cool or not. But it wasn't until your friend came along and said, let's make this into something.
Right.
Let's go and get this published. Let's go get this actually put
Right.
together properly and
Right.
distributed properly.
Right.
In your mind, I'm sure you're excited, but what was that process like? I mean, money-wise, I mean, you just moved out here.
Right,
You know,
right.
I'm sure you probably weren't into your career yet.
Right,
I
right.
mean, was that a huge step? Were you hesitant, or were you just, all right, here's my wallet, take my money,
No,
make this
well,
magazine so I can distribute it?
I think that's funny because I had a little bit of money saved up that I used for it, and then my goal has always been, even before I knew it, was kind of to be like an entrepreneur with it and make money off what I was doing. However, I didn't know how much money I'd have to shovel into the project before it would start to make money. So I would kind of be willing to put money into it, but I'd also be pissed off at the same time. And then, like back then, every time I went to my bank account and pulled out $50, $100, $200, I'd be like, "This is the last fucking time I do this. I swear to God, I'm never gonna do this again.
Oh, brother.
I'm never gonna do this again."
Let me tell you, I know exactly what that feels like.
Amen.
Every time we try to make an investment for this show.
Right, and it's
Where are we at, guys? Where's
Hey,
the secondary wallets of the Diaz Show?
I told you to send me your email address.
Huh?
I told you to send me your email address. You still didn't do that.
Yeah.
See,
I bet.
Your fault.
All right, continue. Sorry.
no.
I'm gushing about my
No,
financial
because I mean, you gave it away for free.
Yeah,
I mean, you took
yeah,
your own
yeah.
hard-earned, saved money. You
Yeah.
created this product, and you gave it away for
Yeah.
free because you wanted people to see it. You wanted
Yeah.
people to read it.
For the very ironic name of Laborliss, it was very labor intensive.
Labor-
That's
and
great
a labor
point.
and love.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
I just thought of that. I think as early as issue 3, when it was just this black and white stapled together thing, I was out there in serious businesses around Tempe trying to sell ad space into them, and that was probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
No, and then that's one thing
Yeah, but I mean-
that I've noticed. I mean, we checked out your magazine previously, but now with the book, we have access to every single issue that you have.
It's amazing to see
go
that transition.
Yes.
I love looking, like you just said, Diaz, looking at the transition of ads.
Yeah,
Starting
yeah,
from the
yeah,
beginning, 1, 2 here, looking
I
at
do
the
love the
businesses,
one that's,
and then they progress, and the
So-
businesses get bigger and bigger
Yeah,
as far as that
yeah.
goes.
What was the first business to crack?
Okay, so the first business to crack was Graffiti Shop.
Graffiti
Graffiti
Shop.
Shop in
Okay.
Tempe, a business owner by the name of Lawrence. And if you've ever been to Graffiti Shop in Tempe, it's a head shop in a basement. And it's just almost like a hangout for a lot of alternative people, a lot of creative people. And
Vagrants.
I think, yeah.
All
Sorry if
around
there's any
wholesome
graffiti
people.
artists.
No, but I mean, Lawrence is a great human being in terms of supporting the arts. And okay, this is a funny story. So I would make these little ad packets, and I would go around and put them in businesses in Tempe. I'd be like, I'd get like the store clerk at like Coffee Plantation or something. I'd be like,
Right.
can you give this to your manager? And then I'd run out really quick.
Like you're applying for a job.
Yeah. And it was like a Wednesday, and I think I was with Mike Markowski, and he's like, "You need to go to Graffiti Shop," and I'm like, "Fuck, man, I just want to go home and do something else." And he like made me go down there, and I dropped one off, and that night Lawrence called me and was like, he was just like, he called me, and I was coming home from Barnes and Noble, and because I'm a loser and I just hang out at Barnes and Noble by myself, and
Now aren't they closed now?
and he called me and he started yelling at me, and I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. It's like 9 o'clock at night.
Jesus.
This guy's yelling at me, and he's like, "This is all I can understand." Is he's saying, "This is the most creative thing that I've ever seen," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, great." He's like, "Come down this Friday. I want to put an ad in," and I'm just like peeing my pants. I'm like, "Great, okay." So I go down there that Friday, and he's like, with your writing, I don't want to just put a normal ad in. I want you to write a story and incorporate Graffiti Shop into the story. And I was like, I didn't really know what to think.
Well, I noticed that because I think it's a tattoo. It was Electric Haven. Electric Haven tattoo.
Electric Haven, yeah.
And I've actually got a tattoo from that place.
I get shaves and cuts from them
Yeah.
all the time.
Great business. Great local Tempe
Excellent.
business.
Free beer with the cut.
I've noticed their ads. They went from their own, I guess, professional ads to more or less, hand-drawn, creative
Yeah,
type
yeah,
ads. Now, was that
yeah.
something that they said we want you to kind of create, or was that something that they actually did?
They actually did that. They came to me with those ads, and they put them in there. And I think it was just the guy's like nephew or something. So he wanted to get him published
Hey,
or something.
that's
so,
cool.
Yeah, and we did it, and we got
Hey,
paid.
money in your pocket.
Yeah, so, but the Lawrence one that was a huge impact because it was like I had never thought about that, and he literally handed me like $100 check for writing his name of his business into the story, and I was just like, I remember I walked across Mill Ave that night on like a Friday night with that $100 check in my pocket, and I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me! I like wanted to pee. I just like was so excited.
Man,
I
Diaz
was
knows the
so
feeling.
Excited.
shut the hell up. Oh, God.
But
not into that.
There's a
that's
certain
that's
someone
where
that
it
knows that
started.
feeling too.
Let's not get into that, please.
Sorry.
We're in public.
I know.
Jesus. All right, so you wanted to pee,
Yeah, I just wanted to be.
and
And then I wrote the story and I put him in. It was about a unicorn and I don't remember what else, but it was about it's in issue 8 and it was
did
about
the
a unicorn.
unicorn pee on something?
Ah,
I
they
feel like
had,
we're just getting
actually-
a common thread here.
Okay,
I
so it
just
was a
wanted to see if we're
it
gonna keep
involved a
going with this.
unicorn, homeless people, and rotten
So he was
fruit.
involved.
So Tempe.
Yeah, it was like
So we're
Tempe,
keeping
yeah,
it. All right,
yeah,
I get
yeah.
this. All right, I understand. All right, so pretty much that turned into what? How many issues was it?
36.
36 amazing
Yeah.
editions of your magazine. And so at the end of it, now the question is, what was the reason for the end of Laborliss?
The income didn't meet.
Are
the
we even there yet?
expenses.
Are we at the end of Laborliss
Is
yet?
there an arc to this?
Did we
Is there an
do
We're
it?
at
arc
the
to this
beginning of the end,
story?
Diaz. There was no arc. It was a flat line.
Oh, well, what are you gonna do? It's not the cake
terrible
show.
interviewer.
It's a cake show.
It's not the cake show.
Where are you gonna go with this?
No,
No,
I'm
I
just-
would.
So we got our
I
first
would,
ad.
I would beg to differ, man. I would say that this night right here, I think this is the pinnacle.
This is the
man.
peak.
This is
See,
yeah,
and
this
that's
is
the thing.
peak.
That's why I'm kind of jumping over there because we have a long way to go with all the other people that we're going to be interviewing here tonight.
I understand.
Eh, Oh, okay.
I understand.
Okay, we're going to let this be your show.
Thank you. About time.
the cake show.
That's right. Maybe we'll have some good content now. Little congratulations.
Hey,
man.
Sean McCarthy's
Yeah.
here, everybody.
Yeah.
Sean McCarthy is here.
Oh snap!
No, I just want to know. You did the first two. You had your friend come in.
Yep.
Pushed you to do 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
The middle.
Yep.
I mean, was there
Yep.
any point in the middle of the run where you just wanted to give up, but everybody else kind of said no? We're not ready to give up on you. We want more of this because obviously there was 36 issues. You did this for 3 years.
Right.
I mean, in the middle, there's got to be that point where it's like, well, I mean, this is great and all, but what's the point?
I know we've been there a couple of times.
And then that's what
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting at because we've definitely been there. You know, we just as long as you have, we've been doing it for 3 years, and I don't think we've ever gotten to the point where it's like, let's give up. But it's like, you know,
What are we doing?
What are we,
Right,
what are we
right,
doing?
Right.
What's the direction we want to go? I mean, was there a point where you changed the story at all, or how the issues were put together, or did you just kind of keep the same formula throughout?
No, it changed as my life changed and changed as we got better. What's funny about what you're saying is I know exactly what you're talking about. Like when you're like, why the hell do I do this? Why do I put my income into this, or why do I take my time into this
Right.
when I could be doing other things
Well,
that
because,
pay off?
I mean, like you
Yeah.
just said, your time.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at magazines in general, they're it's as soon as the one issue is done, it's on to the next.
Right,
There's
right.
no break.
Right.
So your time, I mean, you basically sacrificed all of your free time, your social life
Yeah.
into this magazine.
Right.
I mean, that had been tough on you. Tough on
Yeah.
your friends.
Yeah. You know, what would happen was I would be having those thoughts and be like, okay, I'm going to give it up. And then something would happen. Like Ryan came in and rejuvenated it. Or I got the ad from Graffiti Shop. Or I would get a new ad account. Because I would literally have to go in and talk to, like, get rejected probably, like, I would say 25, 30 times before one person would say they'd put an ad in. And just about the time I was always about to give up, someone would come in or one of the guys would come in with a really great drawing or a really great idea. And then, or a new ad would come in. And I'd be like, oh my God, we got to keep it going. We got to keep it going. So people would, rejuvenate me just as much as I would try to motivate them. It kind of just happened naturally. Every time I was
Right.
down, I'd be like, okay, something comes up and
It was
something
just that
happens.
one little thing that
Yeah.
just jumped in and said, I
Yeah.
got to keep going.
Oh, and the same thing with our show here. You know, we've had those exact times, but then we have people who come in, leave comments on our page and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's like, you know, where are you?
Yeah,
guys?
exactly.
Where are
Exactly.
you? We're, you know,
Exactly.
we've been missing you and stuff like that. And it's like, and like I said at the beginning of the show, it's not the quantity, it's the quality. And just to
Right.
have 1, 2, 3 people say, you know, we miss your product, we want you. Where are you? It's like, okay, fine. You know, this is. There's
Right.
3 people out there who care enough about what crap we babble on about
Are you talking about
week after week.
Goo Girl?
Anybody,
Plex?
anybody. You
All right,
know,
well, let's give him some shout outs. Goo Girl, Plex, and
Longshot.
Longshot. Oh hell yeah! He puts up with all my black jokes.
Yes,
I'm sorry. Really not racist, I swear.
but no. So I mean, want to go to break real quick? We'll come back with a couple more guys.
Yeah,
Ooh.
definitely.
We're gonna get some more music on. Is that
Yeah,
what it
let's
is?
get
let's do it.
some DJ.
DJ it up.
what's your dumb name?
Hey, shut up! I just changed it. Okay.
I know.
DJ
Okay.
Auditory.
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 Yes, indeed. So enjoy a little bit of me for a few minutes. We'll be right back here with. I don't know if Brandon's going to come back. We'll get the
sometime.
continuing
around.
story.
I'm gonna go work the crowd.
We'll get the continuing story of Laborliss Magazine. So stay tuned and enjoy the music.